darling heart, and welcome to this episode of the Drink Less, Live Better podcast. This is the podcast that helps you to see that drinking less doesn't need to be stressful, lonely, or boring. I'm your host, Sarah Williamson, and I decided to have a year alcohol-free as a little life experiment and haven't looked back. I'm here to support you with your alcohol-free or drink less adventures through one-to-one coaching. Follow me on Instagram at Drink Less, Live Better. Find resources on my website, drinklesslivebetter.com, and buy my book, Drink Less, Live Better, available in all the places you might buy a book. I hope you enjoy this podcast episode. Let's get straight to it. Comparison. I've got a conflict going on right now. I'm comparing myself to other people, and it isn't serving me well. I'm the first one to quote Eleanor Roosevelt at you. Comparison is the thief of joy. I've said it many times to friends, family, clients. Oh yes, I am a joy bomb with that golden nugget. Just when you were trying to go down the but so-and-so said, did, achieved, whatever, I'm likely to come at you with comparison is the thief of joy. Just don't do it. Don't compare yourself to other people. You don't know their history, their resources, their support network, especially if they are asking you to admire their brilliant achievement, and double especially if they are saying, if I can do this, anyone can. Beware, be aware, be very aware. Anyway, what I say and what I achieve for myself are sometimes two very different things because, well, I'm human. I'm feeling my own tension between wanting to blend in and stand out at the moment. I do realise this is a deeply human condition. We're wired to seek belonging, yet we also have a natural desire to be recognised for who we uniquely are. It's a bit like dancing to two different tunes at the same time. I want to fly under the radar with some aspects of who I am. Vanilla, bland, 100% average. And yet, I have pink hair. I support other people loudly and speak out for what I believe, even if it's unpopular. Especially if it's unpopular sometimes. I do want to change hearts and minds, and I cannot do that if I blend into the background. When you feel the urge to compare, especially in situations where alcohol or social pressure is involved, remember that choosing your own path, whether that's drinking less, living alcohol-free, or any other personal choice, isn't about being better or worse than others. It's about being true to yourself. Ask yourself, am I making this choice to fit in, or am I making it because it aligns with who I truly am and who I want to become? Sometimes the bravest thing we can do is let ourselves stand out, to choose what's right for us, even when it means walking a different path from those around us. And sometimes finding our people means being brave enough to be ourselves first. Remember, blending in might feel safe, but standing in a place of honesty, even if it makes you stand out, is where real freedom lies. You don't have to justify your choices to anyone, whether that's choosing not to drink, taking a different career path, or living a life on your own terms. So, comparison. I do try not to compare myself to other people, but I am happy comparing this version of myself today to the version of myself 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and more recently. I've come a long way, and I'm glad to be able to say that. My mind, body, and soul are evolving, and I'm proud of who I am now, and I don't lose sight of where I've come from. There's still learning, because there's always learning, and that's good. If you're struggling with comparison, especially around social situations or lifestyle choices right now, know that you are not alone, and my one-to-one coaching programs provide a place for you to explore these feelings if you want or need to. Remember, you're not behind, you're not doing it wrong, and you are exactly where you're meant to be right now. Thank you for listening in today. Come back again next week. check out the show notes for a link to a hidden podcast episode that will help you with your 5 p.m. cravings and details about my one-to-one life coaching and sober coaching programs. And P.S. I believe in you.